The airport never truly slept. Even at 3:17 a.m., the international arrivals terminal remained alive with motion. Conveyor belts hummed beneath concrete floors as baggage handlers prepared to unload Flight 782, an overnight international service carrying more than 200 passengers. For most employees, it was another routine arrival. Nobody expected the mystery that was about to begin. As the cargo doors opened, baggage containers were transferred into the airport's sorting facility. Hundreds of suitcases entered the automated system. Then one bag appeared. At first glance, it seemed completely ordinary, a dark blue hardshell suitcase with no visible damage and no unusual markings. Yet within minutes, airport staff would discover something that should have been impossible. The narrative begins. Every bag is supposed to follow a passenger. Every scan, every transfer, every flight movement is designed around that simple rule. But in one airport, investigators encountered a suitcase that appeared to have completed its journey before the traveler who supposedly owned it. Inside the baggage handling center, Supervisor Michael Reyes monitored incoming luggage as automated scanners processed identification tags. A soft alert appeared on his terminal. "That's strange," he muttered. Nearby, handler Serenguin looked over. "What is it?" Michael pointed toward the screen. "The system can't find the passenger." Sarah shrugged. Probably another delayed manifest upload. But something felt wrong. The baggage tag was perfectly valid. The flight number matched. The routing code matched. The destination matched. Every system recognized the suitcase. Yet the linked passenger record appeared incomplete. Michael initiated another search. The result deepened the mystery. No arrival confirmation. Sarah frowned. "What does that mean?" Michael stared at the monitor. "It means the bag arrived. The passenger didn't." Minutes later, the suitcase was diverted to a restricted inspection belt where airline operations personnel conducted additional verification. The tag belonged to a traveler identified as Daniel Mercer. His passport information, nationality, and customs declaration were all present. Nothing seemed unusual except for one critical detail. Immigration databases showed no record of Daniel Mercer entering the country. Airport operations manager Elena Foster joined the inspection. "Could he still be on the aircraft?" she asked. "No," replied a coordinator. "Passenger count matches. Everyone disembarked." "Transfer passenger?" "Checked." "Canceled entry?" "No record." Elena looked at the screen. "Then how did his luggage get here?" Nobody had an answer. The airline's baggage tracking system displayed a complete journey history. The suitcase had been scanned at departure, loaded onto the aircraft, transferred to an international hub, re-screened by security, loaded again, and unloaded at arrival. Every step appeared authentic. Every timestamp aligned. Every barcode scan matched. The suitcase's journey was flawless. The passenger's journey did not exist. Hours passed. Passengers collected their belongings and exited the terminal. One by one, the carousel emptied. The blue suitcase remained, unclaimed, waiting. Security cameras recorded its lonely rotation around the belt as airport announcements echoed through the nearly empty hall. Nobody came. At 5:46 a.m., customs officers transferred the suitcase into a secure examination room. Officer James Carter reviewed the file. "I've seen lost luggage before," he said quietly. "I've never seen luggage arrive without the traveler." The inspection was authorized. Inside the suitcase, investigators found folded clothing, travel toiletries, business documents, and a laptop charger. Nothing illegal, nothing dangerous, nothing that explained why the owner existed inside airline systems, but nowhere else. Then another discovery emerged. A customs declaration attached to the file had been submitted electronically 20 hours earlier. Someone had completed entry paperwork. Someone expected the suitcase to arrive. Officer Carter stared at the document. Who filed this? An analyst searched the database. It came from the passenger account. The same passenger who never entered the country? Yes. Silence filled the room. By sunrise, airline operations, airport security, immigration authorities, and customs enforcement had all become involved. Each system was checked independently. Each produced the same answer. The suitcase was real. The journey was real. The scans were real, but the owner was missing. The narrator continues. What began as a routine baggage discrepancy was becoming something far more troubling. Every system agreed the luggage had traveled legally across international borders, yet none could explain how its owner had vanished from the journey. Then, shortly before investigators closed the initial report, a technician reviewing archived baggage records noticed something unusual. The passenger name linked to the suitcase triggered another file, a much older file, one that should not have existed. The technician looked up from his screen. You need to see this. What is it? Elena asked. The technician swallowed hard. This isn't the first time this passenger has appeared. The room fell silent. According to airport records, a nearly identical anomaly had occurred years earlier, and nobody had ever explained it. The narrator delivers the final words of the scene. If the owner wasn't there, who sent the luggage?